So we're going to move on to our attorney, Keith Black, with the law office of Black, Slaughter, and Black. And that's the firm that represents our association. And Keith, some questions for you is number one on everybody's mind. How is your office handling closings currently? And explain how a virtual closing works.
We handle closings in basically three different ways. Really, two of them are ways that have always handled closings. One, we handle closings normally, meaning that the buyers and sellers come to our office and they meet with our attorney and we go through and do the closing. Now we are doing the social distancing. Our office front door is closed. There's a sign outside that gives you information of what number to call so that you can then get let into the office. We have everyone sit in a large conference room and stay at least 6 feet apart. Our attorneys stay 6 feet apart. They're wearing masks. And sometimes they have gloves. When we provide pens to people, we ask them to take the pens. We also have a questionnaire that we ask everyone that is coming to the office to fill out, where we ask the questions that, do they know if they've ever been exposed? You know, are they having a temperature? Have they traveled or done any of those questions that would lead us to have a concern for the safety of everyone in our office and then also the people that are at the closing. For the people that are coming in and doing closings in our office, we are asking that they not bring grandma, grandpa, you know, cousins, aunts, uncles, and everybody in anymore because of the fact that it makes it impossible to do the social distancing. And so from that aspect of it, those closings are happening like normal. We do most of our closings still in that manner. The second way that we do closings now is we will do mailaways that people ask us to do. Which is, you know, not a very convenient way to do it. It's a little more difficult, oftentimes results in delays and that kind of stuff. And it deals more with probably refinances or other type things than a normal buy-sell. The third way we do is what some, you know, we call a remote closing or virtual closing, which is probably going to change. I assume that everybody is aware of the bill that the governor signed into law on Monday, in which for the first time ever, in my knowledge, and I've been doing this for a long time now, the notary does not have to be physically present with the person signing the documents. It can be done over video. There are a lot of steps and there are a lot of requirements that are going to be required of the notaries in order to be able to do that. And it's interesting in that it's called an emergency video notary. So the issue will be if the governor does away with the state of emergency, does that end the ability to do the video notaries? I don't know that that is decided yet. I don't think that he's going to do away with the entire state of emergency this coming Friday, but his order as it is right now, you know, ends this week. So it'll be interesting to see that. The other aspect of it is it does have an end of midnight on July 31st. And so it'll be, unless something happens to where it gets extended, then the issue will be whether or not you'll be able to keep doing that. For our virtual closings, I mean, it's not going to be much different for us to have the notary be virtual. In fact, it will probably work out easier because what we have to do now for our virtual closings is we have an office, let's say in Wilmington, and we do have an office in Wilmington, and we have one in Charlotte. If the attorney is not able to be present or is in another closing, then we can have an attorney in one of our other offices do the virtual closing. The people will have the original documents with them. The attorney will have the copies of the documents in the exact same order that the clients have it in. And then there will be a notary there that will witness and see the people signing the original documents. And so they just go through them as if we were here today. I could be saying, well, we've got the note right in front of you. Here's your interest rate. Here's when you begin making your payments. Here's how much your principal and interest payment is. And then you can go up through all the things that are required. and that they need to know through the note, deed of trust and everything. Once that happens, then the notary will get the documents and we'll notarize all of the documents, and then we'll just be doing our closing like normal. And so what this new law that's just been passed will allow us to do is, all of our attorneys are notaries. It means that simply we will be able to do it without having to have anybody physically present with the buyers, which means we could do it from the buyer's home. Buyers could be at their house. So long as they have a printer, we can email them a package, or we can FedEx them the package. They can get it. They will open it up. We are required to get the originals back. So there will be some delay, probably of a day, because we would obviously try to do it at overnight or next day delivery, of getting it back, because the notary then has to notarize the original document that the buyer executed. We cannot notarize a copy of it. And so once we get that back, then the updating and recording would happen like normal. And the good news is, for Guilford County and really all of our surrounding counties, we can do everything online. We can record online. So unless that system goes down, it's actually pretty easy for us, and we're able to do everything that we need to do for all the clients that we have at this point in time.
I'm looking forward to hearing a lot more about those. Someone in our group has put in the chat box that they did a virtual notary already, and it worked great. So
we're excited. We think that it was something that we've been talking about in our office about, one, how to do it. I mean, there are states that, that do e-closings. North Carolina does not do that, but those are all things that we're looking as technology becomes better. And obviously this pandemic has caused us to all have to sort of make adjustments that we didn't think we'd have to make.